Hey guys, today we'll be reviewing a fix to a common problem that the Pajeros and a lot of other four-wheel drives have, but particularly the Pajero. So this is my fourth generation Pajero, and as you can see, it's got a tow bar at the back. And the problem is, a lot of the times when you hitch anything more than a box trailer to these tow balls, you have issue with opening the back door. So here's my jet ski parked right behind the Pajero, and as you can see, the spare tire, is mounted quite low from the factory. So what tends to happen is when you put this hitch onto the tow ball, you can't open the back door because the tire, or the lower part of the tire, it comes in contact with the hitch. So there is a solution for it, and it's essentially a plate that you can buy online. You can buy original branded ones from Mitsubishi, which are a lot dearer, or you can buy aftermarket Chinese ones from eBay, which are cheaper but apparently are sturdy enough to do the job. So I've ordered one and it's actually arrived today. So we'll go ahead, open it up and install it and see how high we can lift this tire and fix the problem of opening the back door once the Pajero is hitched to any decent sized trailer. The only concern I have is, you can see this rear window wiper. See how close it is to the rear tire? The only concern I have is when I lift this tire up by about 5 centimeters, which that kit is advertised to do, it might come in contact with the wiper. So we'll have to find a solution for that. I might have to take the cover off, or there might be a way around it, but we'll see. We'll go ahead, open it up, install it, and see how it works. But I am quite hopeful that it will lift the tire up high enough so that we can open the back door once it's hitched to a trailer, or my jet ski in this case. Okay guys, so this is the box that the item comes in. So we'll just open it up, unbox it, see what's inside, and go from there. Okay, so this is what you find when you open the box. It's a little endorsement of the aftermarket parts by this manufacturer. A bit of foam padding for shipping. Some decent looking bolts, look sturdy enough. I believe this is the actual plate. Have a look. Okay, pretty thick. I have to say, it does look quite sturdy. It's reasonably heavy, and looks to be made of good steel. So I think it should be strong enough to hold the spare wheel for you. So now the next step is to open this panel to get to the spare wheel, and the way you do it is by opening these two little sections here, this one and this one below. Just put them to the side, and then you get access to these two bolts here that you got to undo. Once you undo these two, you should be able to open this little panel housing the rear tire, and then you take down the tire. So just go ahead, undo these two bolts, and then go from there. Okay guys, so we've taken the two bolts out that are required to be undone to open the back cover for the spare tire. I used a size 21 socket wrench, but you can also use a socket wrench that comes supplied with a card to replace the wheels. So as you can see, they've both been undone, and now you should be able to get access to the spare tire, which is obviously pretty dirty considering it's hardly ever been changed since I've had the car, and that's been over 12 months now. So, well, fortunately, at least it comes with a spare tire cover, albeit a dirty one. So the next step will just be to take off this. Okay, so the cover is off, and as you can see, it's attached here by these 3 nuts that you got to undo. So the next step will be to undo these 3, take the spare tire off, and then have a look underneath. Okay, so these were actually 3 bolts that came out of these 3 holes. They were securing the wheel on there. So you don't need them anymore because the spare wheel kit comes with its own set of bolts and nuts, as you can see. So what will happen now is that this steel plate will go on the place of these holes, and you'll put in the bolts supplied with the plate to secure this on there, and then the actual wheel will go on these little ones. So as you can see, it's lifted it by a couple of centimeters, but should be enough to raise your wheel enough to get you access to that trailer hitch. But before you do that, you probably should tidy up and clean this. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to check the spare tire, make sure the air pressure is correct before you put it back on. So we'll just go ahead, clean this up, fill the tire with the appropriate amount of air pressure for your tire and your vehicle, and then we'll put it back on. Okay guys, so we've tidied up that back area. Well, I've done it as best as I could. It obviously does need a little bit more work, but I think this will do for now. Time to blow up the spare tire. The current pressure, as you can, well, I'm not sure if you can see actually. Well, anyway, it's 25.5. There you go, you can see a bit better now. So you can choose whatever pressure you want in your tires. It just depends on your style of driving, your tires, and your vehicle, obviously. For my Pajero, for on-road driving for these tires, I normally like to keep it at 35. I feel it gives me a reasonable balance of grip on the road and maintaining tire longevity. So let's blow it up to 35. Okay, so there you go. It is at 35. I'm actually a bit surprised that my little handheld tire inflator has done it in a single charge with this lithium battery. I bought it from Costco only for $50 a year or so ago, and it's very handy. To date, I've only done my mower tires and wheelie bin trolley tires. It's the first time I've done a proper big tire on it, and it's done well. So there you go, we had 35. So we'll just undo the inflator there. The other good thing with that, it comes with a screw-on head, so it's fairly secure when you put it on. Unscrew that, put the original cap on. There you go. So we can put this back for now. Okay, so the next step is to put this plate on, as we said before. The plate goes on here. This little thing comes in the center, and these holes have to be aligned over the original mount holes. So, and it does give you that extra few centimeters of lift. So we'll just install the plate, and we'll carry on from there. Alright guys, so as you can see, the plate's been mounted in. It came with 3 bolts, these 3 of these. You got to use a size 8 Allen key to screw them in, so I've done that. Now at this stage, I'll go ahead and do something that you probably don't need to, but me being the paranoid person that I am, I just want to make sure that this plate, which is looking very sturdy already, just has no chance of falling off. So I've got these little sort of nuts that I got from an old Child's Play set that we had, and I'm gonna put them on the ends of these 3 bolts here. So like this one here, and they do fit well. And this one here. But yeah, I said you probably don't need to do it. The bolts are secure the way they are. but I just want to leave no chance to this plate ever falling off with the tire on the back of the car. So I'm just going to tighten them up. You need a size 19mm socket wrench, and just yeah, I'm going to just put the tire on after that, put the cover back on, and hopefully it doesn't hit this back wiper. If it doesn't, we should be good to go. Okay guys, so I put these three nuts on back of these hex bolts that came with the plate, and it's not going anywhere. Now I can be fairly certain that there's absolutely no chance this plate will ever fall off. The next thing is to put the wheel on. These are the 3 lug nuts that they've supplied to secure the wheel onto these bolts that come attached to the plate. So all we need to do is just lift it up, put it on there, put these lug nuts on, and then we should be good to go. Just need to put the cover and close this, and we'll give it a try. Okay guys, here we are. So we put the 3 lug nuts on, secured the tire firmly with the lift plate, and as you can see, it's fairly sturdy. You can try to move it as much as you want. Nothing's moving. The tire's not moving. The plate's not moving. And the bolts are fairly secure. So I think it's a fairly steady setup. And one thing I was worried about was the tire come in contact with the rear wiper, and it actually hasn't. So as you can see, there's still a clear space between them. The other thing that some people worry about is the tire being high enough that you won't be able to see in the rear mirror, but as you can see, that's not the case. So you've got plenty of vision still from the rear mirror. So we're pretty much done. All we need to do now is put the tire cover back on. But as you can see, it has provided that extra lift that you needed on your tire to be able to securely attach a hitch from a trailer and be able to open the back door. So we're just going to put the tire cover back on. Then we just need to close this, put the 2 bolts back in, and these 2 little slots, and we should be done. Okay guys, so we're pretty much done here. I put the 2 bolts back on that secure the tire cover at the back. I'm just going to put these 2 little pieces of plastic just to cover this area, and that's pretty much it. So as you can see, I put the tire cover back on, and there's still plenty of room between the rear wiper and the tire cover for it to move around. So that shouldn't be a problem at all. Everything's pretty secure, sturdy, and as you can see, it has given you that extra lift that you needed. So the tire is pretty much ending at the same level as the door now. So you've got all this room between here to here to attach whatever trailer that you want, and you should be able to open your back door and get access to the back compartment. So there you go guys. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please feel free to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.